vibe, it's the weekly D. Come along for the ride. Welcome to the weekly D, we going all in. H-Town legends, yeah, we do it for the win. Talking big facts, got jokes on deck. A podcast so fire, man, show some respect. Plus, dropping in, telling stories so bold. Comedians, hustlers, legends and pros. We keep it light, keep it tight, but we wildin' too. If you ain't laughing, something wrong with you.
What's up, D fam? Welcome back to the greatest Houston-based podcast in the world, the Weekly D Podcast. I'm your host, Danny G, and today Mr. AOZ is back in the building.
I didn't call in for the second time in a row.
Right? You're not on hiatus yet. It's amazing.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm just expecting towards the end of the month. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, there's like earlier. The reason why we started late is because we found that one of Nicole's hamsters died.
One of? I thought that was the only one.
No, we had two.
Shit.
Yeah, one we had for I want to say like maybe a year, and then the other one we've only had her for maybe 8 months, 9 months.
Damn.
I think she's not. I think she's only about to be 1 year old. I can't remember exactly because we got her a couple months after the first one, because the first one used to belong to her sister. And she wasn't taking care of him, so we rescued him and we started taking care of him.
Damn.
But yeah, so I thought that hamsters lived at least like maybe 10 years. I know Nicole said that actually on average it's between 2 to 3 years. Sometimes you get lucky and they last a little bit longer, but I mean, the last couple of months he's looked his age. Like he was losing his hair. He was really like doing like that old man, like crippled, like walking, just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
dude, I didn't know hamsters do all that. I thought they just like when they
just this one. But I mean, like, and I guess we should have expected it, because then he had like that last burst of like energy and youth because he grew all his hair back. He started running on his wheel like a shit ton more than before. And she was feeding them, and she was like, I can't find him. And she was scooping.
Does he normally come out like when y'all feed him?
Yeah, whenever we feed them, one of them comes out and jumps onto the bowl and starts eating. And then this one, he would actually just run around trying to run away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he just runs away. He just doesn't like being touched or whatever. Like sometimes he'll let you, sometimes he wouldn't. But we couldn't find him, and then we found him at the bottom.
Damn.
Yeah, he was curled up like he was asleep.
Damn.
Yeah, his eyes were closed and everything. So I was just like, he passed away from old age. He went in his sleep. I mean, hell no. He actually started smelling.
So he was dead for a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't think it was today. It might have been like yesterday or something. But yeah, he started stinking.
Damn, that's fucked. I thought he was taking a nap and he was gone. He was with Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean,
he said, Jesus.
He lived a good life. I kind of expected both of us to be a little bit more upset about it.
It's a hamster.
It's a hamster. I mean, but still, like we really love all of our animals, and we kind of thought we would be a little bit more emotional about it. But I think we were just more happy that it was from old age and not from a sickness.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did y'all give him a Viking funeral or?
I wanted to. Nicole wouldn't let me, man.
Bro,
I was like, I wanted to get like a tub or something and fill it up with water and build him like a little boat and just go. She wouldn't let me. She's like, fuck no. So we buried him like in the back of the property and put a flower in his grave.
I would have given him a Viking funeral.
I wanted to. She wouldn't let me. I was like, this dude lived a badass life. He was a bad motherfucker. Like, he'd bite you. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He
deserved a better
way. Yeah.
He had to go with daughter. Shut up. We're podcasting.
Yeah. Podcasting. We're recording here.
Right. No, that's crazy though. Like I said, I didn't know y'all had two hamsters.
Yeah, we had two.
So is the other one moping around like, where's my homie at?
I think she kind of knew because she was actually helping take care of him. Like
really?
she was grabbing food and bringing it to him.
Damn.
She was grooming him. She was grooming him and everything. Yeah, we're surprised they actually didn't have kids. I don't know if it's because they're a different type of like hamster. Because like one was like a dwarf, and the other one was kind of like a Hungarian dwarf hamster. So he was about this big, and she's like about maybe this big, like just a little bit bigger, just a little bit, probably. I don't know, but yeah.
In my country, you don't do short things.
But now she's still stuffing her cheeks like she's competing for food. It's funny. you put the bowl down with fresh food. She fucking comes running out of wherever she's hiding, hops right on top of it, and she's sitting there just both hands.
Bro, it's because she's Hungarian, bro. She's
I was
lived the
like,
gulag life, you
God.
know?
I was like, God dang.
She
And then
knows the struggle.
you see her go into her little hidey hole, and she just spits it all out. And I'm like, I could have
That's
gone my whole
a real
life without seeing that.
that's a real one right there.
Fucking hiding food,
Right?
storing it for the winter. Bitch, it's July. I'm almost July. The fuck?
You gotta prep early, bro.
Yeah. Oh
God
yeah, but
damn.
then I told Nicole, I was like, Daniel, make it. The hamster died. She probably would have been. And she was like, "You're insane." I was like, he'd probably be like, "Fucking Alan and his hamster."
I would have told you put it in a shoebox. Call it a day. We got a podcast.
I threw away the box. So I listened to you and Noelia.
Well, those are the shit, bro.
I like the
Dr.
Dr Pop
Pepper?
one. Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
Dr Pepper one. So I bought a 4-pack.
Mm-hmm.
This shit's expensive.
Bro,
Expensive. But I bought the 4-pack. I took out the last 2 cans in the 4-pack and I put them in that box.
nice.
And I was like, this is kind of extra.
Right.
But at the end,
Are you trying to give them 3
but I just
caskets or
carried
what?
them in it. I just carried them in it, and then I just,
I
spilled them
thought you
out
were
in the
giving
hole.
them the old Pope treatment. 3 caskets.
I know, ain't it? What do they know that we don't?
Right. I'm telling you, he's a vampire, bro.
Why you gotta bury him 3 times?
He's a vampire, dude. I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ.
Watch. Pope Francis is coming back. So Israel bombs Iran.
Dude, I was seeing some AI videos of the Pope where everybody's like, "Did you notice that about the Pope?" And he's like sitting there waving, and he has like a third hand on his thigh, and everybody was just like, "What? What the hell?" Right? And then I was like, "Dude, this is AI." And I'm scrolling, and there's so many people believing that it's actually like him,
Right.
and
He's a
wondering
vampire,
like
dude.
creating a whole like conspiracy and everything.
Like,
And then there's like several other people like, you idiots, look at the spool of the fucking wheelchair. It's glitching. It's AI.
I need to figure out how to do that AI. And I'm gonna start making some of Pope Francis being a vampire, bro. I'm gonna push this narrative as far as I can.
Jesus Christ.
I'll
You
start a
start
whole
all
new
kinds of shit.
conspiracy. I'm telling you, I need to do a cult podcast like about conspiracies and stuff, and just make up my own conspiracies. See how far I can go with them.
Dude, there's conspiracies about everything that's happening in LA right now.
Bro, tell me about it, man. There's all sorts of conspiracies that some dude is funding, some like multi-billionaire that is funded by the CCP, which is like the China initiative, anti-American initiative.
Oh shit.
And supposedly he's like funding everything. Yeah, I went on a deep dive on that because I found it really interesting. There's
Windows.
actually a Republican senator. Her name is like Ana Luna something.
Is it the chick that had that they were showing with the vest that said police and it also said ICE? Is that the
Uh,
chick, the Hispanic chick that they had her? There was a
no,
Democrat that was questioning her
I know
about
who you're talking
everything that she
about.
was doing, or is that someone else?
I don't think it's her. I think it's another one here.
Yeah,
Let me
because I
see.
saw that one pop up where they were telling her that she was using more funds than what Congress allocated for what she's doing, and that it's
No,
illegal, that she's
I don't think it
spending
was
more,
her. I don't think it was her. I think
and that
that's someone
apparently she's
else.
making like her own laws and not
That
listening and
that's
all that.
another one. No, I don't think that's her. This chick's like Luna something. She's Hispanic as well. Ana Paulina Luna. She came out the other day. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It was yesterday that she announced that this dude is the one that's funding everything. And she has proof that he's funding it. Let me see if I can find his name. It was like George. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find it. But pretty much he says that there's this guy, multi-million-dollar guy, that sold one of his companies for like 800 million. He escaped the US, went to Shanghai, became a insider for China, and he's the one that is supposedly funding. His name is Neville Singham. And apparently she's trying to push to start an investigation against them because he's apparently funding the materials and everything that they're taking to the riots and paying people to be there and cause chaos, like to start the riots. Yeah, I was reading into it a lot earlier, and pretty much it's like him, and then there's something called PSL that they're all connected to him, and he's the one that's been paying people to go there and fuck shit up, start fights. He's also been paying to deliver like the cinder blocks that they're throwing at police officers. He's been paying to fund gas masks and like different things to people There's also a Craigslist ad that went out. Um, that's from his company apparently, where he was asking people like, send me the biggest, baddest people you know. We're gonna pay them $15,000 a week to be at every protest in the U.S.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. And then there's a conspiracy that George Soros, who's a guy that has funded Gavin Newsom and all the Democrats, he's also funding shit to keep them, keeping Newsom from searching for assistance from the government, starting all the shit with Trump. It's just there's a lot of conspiracies about it. And at the end of the day, it really pisses me off, dude. Like this whole riot, this whole thing it's just it makes me sad, right? It makes me sad that, ICE is kicking out people forcefully. They're finding these illegals at their jobs, at their homes, and they're forcefully removing them and deporting them. Some of them, there's claims that had nothing to do, that have never broken a crime. And, I understand, like, there's people here that are illegal. It's our people, Hispanics, and they're here illegally and they come here, chasing the American dream, being misled in their country that the American dream is you get here, you get taken care of, work your ass off and you can make something of yourself. Some of that is true, right? America is the land of opportunity in that aspect where anyone can literally become a millionaire. As long as you work hard at it, you push yourself, the opportunities will open. But a lot of Central America, South America, Mexico, and other foreign countries, they have this belief that they're going to get here and they're going to be taken care of by the government. They're not going to have to work and this and that. And that's what causes a lot of these issues with like immigrants getting here and realizing the American dream ain't what it used to be. The American dream is literally work like a fucking slave to make a couple dollars a day that you can send back home. And as someone who voted for Trump, I knew there was going to be casualties of war, and the instance where innocent people were going to be affected by the deportations, right? Friends, family, people we know, like we knew that it was going to happen, but we also came into it with the idea, well, at least I came into it with the idea that Biden let all these people in, right? Gave them all this money, gave them practically everything that it takes to be here, without due process, without cause. He just opened his borders, accepted everyone, gave them our tax paying money, canceled local government projects. Like New York got fucked by this. I was listening to a podcast with Mayor Adams, and he was talking about, how they had programs for underdeveloped places. They were trying to help kids that didn't have the opportunity to like access technology.
Wasn't that also like where they had said that they're wanting to redo like the Bronx?
Yeah, like, but they were doing a lot of projects for their people, like trying to solve homelessness, trying to better the lower end communities, try to upbring them. And when Biden started letting all these people in that whole administration, and they were just giving them money, giving them prepaid debit cards to buy food, paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in hotels, like they literally depleted all of New York's money, like New York City's money, for these programs for our people that live here that are either homeless, they're under circumstances where they're not making a normal living wage and they're below the poverty line. They took all these programs away from them to fund all these illegals that Biden let in, right? And from the beginning, when I saw that happening, I knew it was going to fuck over everyone else. I knew it was, and I felt like it was completely unfair to the legal immigrants that have been here for years, have made a life for themselves, have had families here, have been productive parts of our economy, of our country. They got the ass end of it because they didn't get any of the shit that these illegals during the Biden administration got, right? Like they didn't reap any benefits. They've been paying taxes. They've been working here. They've been living their lives, trying to make something of themselves, hopefully trying to work to the path to citizenship. And when Biden let all these people in, obviously it was going to fuck everything up. It was fucking all of us up. It was fucking the taxpayers over, and that's why when I saw Trump come in with this campaign and he's like, we're going to deport them all, we're going to get rid of, all these illegals that have entered during the Biden administration, I was all for it. I was like, yeah, like these people don't deserve what they're getting. And Trump had mentioned in the past that he wanted to see DACA recipients that actually got college degrees, to have a path to citizenship. Because here's the other thing, like I'm sure a lot of DACA people just like I do, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these people, if you ever talk to them, the DACA system is fucked. Like the
Mm-hmm.
way Obama wrote it, it's fucked. They have no right to a path of citizenship. They have to pay for the work permit every 2 years, and it costs thousands of dollars. Like it's not cheap. They have to hire lawyers. They have to pay for renewals for licenses, for like all sorts of shit, right? So it's never been a fair path for them. And then Biden did this, fucked over everyone else that was already here. And as a casualty of it, there's because he did this, now there's an overcorrection, and our people are getting fucked again, right? And it makes me sad to see families are really being affected, and we're seeing these riots in Los Angeles and all over the nation. And to be honest, Los Angeles is deeply embedded with Mexican culture. Like you go to LA, you feel the Mexican culture. These neighborhoods. There are generations of people that have been there.
Yeah.
And there's also generations of people that have been coming through. And sure, were they here legally? No, right? A lot of these people weren't. But the people that are protesting, the people that are doing these things, they're not there for the right causes. They're not representing Mexicans and other Hispanics as they should, right? Like it's the part that pisses me off. Like, why the fuck are you rioting? Why are you doing all these things? Proving the whites' point that Mexicans ain't shit. Proving the
Yeah.
whites' point that Hispanics ain't shit, that we're just here to fuck shit up. It really pisses me off that they're doing it the way they're doing it. Like
It's also
I'm all for protesting, right?
yeah.
Protest peacefully, you know.
Yeah.
I'm also against protesting with your foreign nation's flag, right? Because you're fighting to stay here, but you want to represent another country. You want to disrespect the American flag by burning and dragging it on the ground and flying the Mexican flag and all these other flags, but that's just straight disrespectful to the country that you're trying to stay in. It makes no sense. And it just, oh my god, dude. I've literally, like, for days now, I've just been kicking this around in my head because it just, growing up Mexican and living in Mexico, living in LA, living in California, living in Texas, I understand that Texas Hispanics are not the same as Mexican Hispanic because of the differences. But the one, it's not just regional, it's the fact that in LA, Mexican culture is very embedded. Like in LA, we were never taught to be ashamed of our culture, right? As here in Texas, vice versa, the people that have been here during segregation and everything, they were taught to hate their color. They were taught to not speak Spanish, that it was a crime to speak Spanish. And in LA, yeah, we had riots about this before because they would attack, the Zoot Suit riots, all these things happen because they didn't want to accept our people. But it just, dude, it just, I feel like people in Texas don't really understand what's happening in LA because LA is so embedded with Mexicans, so embedded with immigrants. Like it's just a completely different culture, but they're still doing it the wrong way. Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't never gone to violence. I was talking to my dad, and he's like, "Well, they're treating our people like shit and this and that." And I was like, "But you're the same guy that when the Black Lives Movement was happening, you were completely against it, right? You were saying like, uh, and I don't want to make my dad sound racist, myself sound racist, but he was saying like all these black people are causing damage, they're being reckless, they're acting like animals. But you look at the LA riots, we're doing the same fucking thing. And now it's our color, it's our people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck, dude? Represent us like we want to be represented.
And earlier today, I was actually talking to my coworker, and he's Hispanic too. His
Mm-hmm.
parents came from Mexico and everything, and he goes down to Mexico practically every year,
Mm-hmm.
family vacation and everything. And we're sitting there talking about it. And I was like, and he was the same way as me. He's like, these riots are fucking stupid.
They are,
He's
because
like, well, why are you gonna burn the flag? What is that going to do? That's just making shit worse. You
exactly,
choosing violence is making it worse. I was like, why couldn't we take a chapter out of Martin Luther King
be
during
peaceful.
the civil rights movement and be peaceful?
Yeah.
Okay, go sit in front of that. Go to the freeway like you're doing now, but instead of violence, sit down,
Yeah. Or if
sit there.
people are trying to come through, let them through. Don't
Yeah,
block it off
what
because you're
yeah, what is the government going to do? They can't arrest all of you for just sitting in the middle of the freeway.
exactly like. And then the other thing, like I said, the flag. Like I have a Mexican flag. I love my Mexican flag, right? But I don't think it's right to go protest that you want to stay here and fly the Mexican flag. Like that's just disrespectful to the country you're trying to stay in, the country you're fighting to be in.
Yeah,
To
because
burn the flag, to drag it on the ground, like that's even more disrespectful. How does that help your cause?
yeah, because you're not disrespecting the government. You're also disrespecting the many individuals and many families that sacrificed,
To have this country,
to have this country. That they constantly are fighting for this country. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? I mean, I have a coworker that just came back from deployment and he
Yeah.
finally retired.
My
And to
brother,
know that he just came back from Iraq, and then our tire guy, he served in Iraq, and he was a Marine. To know that they're burning the flag, and knowing that that dude went overseas and fought for our country, I find it disrespectful because I just don't understand. I can't understand the burning of the flag.
dude, I can't either. And like I said, it makes me sad because historically, Hispanics have always been treated like shit in this country. Like every single step, if you really look at your Hispanic culture, your Mexican culture, when they brought the farm workers in, like in the east, to work the farms and work the fields, they did that to have cheap labor, right?
Hmm.
And what they do, they treated us like shit. They literally treated us like slaves and not worse because they paid us less. They fucking treated us like shit. They abused us. I mean, they raped tons of men and women during that time. They tested all sorts of chemicals on them. They were literally spraying chemicals, pesticides, and herbicides on Mexicans in Texas just to see what would happen. And likewise in other parts of the country, like they're like, oh fuck illegals and this and that, but at the same time they love having illegal labor, right? We still
Hmm.
like get treated like shit every single time, and if we keep fighting the way we're fighting, it's not going to help our cause. Like if anything, we should be fighting to get reform, not fuck Trump, because Trump's just a person in government right now, right? He's doing what he believes is best for this country. But the riots, the protests, the wanting to keep illegals here, I understand. Like we have family, we have people we know that are illegal that are getting deported. I understand that. But fighting to keep them here is not the right fight because whites will always abuse our people because we come in illegally and they can hire us for cheap labor. They can hire us and abuse us, not pay us, and tell us to go fuck off because we have no documents.
And
So
right now
it's
we're just sitting here doing their dirty work by destroying a city.
exactly, like at the end of the day, we've historically always been treated like shit in this country, and we will continue to be the shit that they step on every day if we don't fight for reform. We need to fight for immigration reform. Give us a path for the people that have been here. Amnesty them if you can. Give a path for the DACA recipients to get citizenship. That's what we should be fighting for. We don't need to be fighting for immigrants right now. We need to be fighting for immigration reform. We need to fight for our right to hold our ground here in the United States. We need to be someone in the United States. We're the hardest working class in the world, hardest working class in the United States. We are the biggest population, but yet we're shit to all these people. We're shit to this country because we allow ourselves to get abused. And I think that's the part that pisses me off the most about these riots is that one, they're misrepresenting us, and a lot of the people that are there are young ass kids. They're not even old heads. If you look online, a lot of the old heads are talking bad about this. Like they don't want anything to do with it. Then there's a lot of people that have come out and said that they feel the same way I do. You feel insulted and betrayed by your own people because instead of fighting the government the right way, fighting for reform, protesting for our people to have the right to get citizenship rather than protesting for them to stay here, like that's a big difference.
Hmm.
And like I said, we're always gonna be shit if we don't fight this the right way. I mean, I'm sure you've at least experienced some sort of racism towards you. I know I did when I worked for the tractor company. When I first started, there was a lot of white people that did not allow me to work on their stuff because I was Hispanic. I told this story a couple of weeks ago with Wazzy when I was talking to him. I was like, when I first started, I had white people that they're like, I don't want that fucking beaner touching my machine. He's gonna fuck it up. And at the time I was starting, so I was like, all right, but the other guy fucks it up, I ain't working on it. And if I do, that's gonna cost a lot more.
Hmm.
Because you're discriminating me, and I know I'm better than the next guy. And luckily over time, I did the right thing. Instead of letting them insult me and push me down and get to me, I developed persistence and the need to be better than everyone else. So at that job, I excelled. I mean, you saw it. I was top tech in our company for quite a while. And you would see these white customers come to me because they knew that I was going to be better than everyone else there.
Hmm.
So instead of rioting, instead of destroying shit, let's prove to them our worth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing that me and my coworker were talking about. And we are going back to what you were saying earlier, that it was just a bunch of young punks. I'm sitting here like, this violent protest. I was like, to be honest, the idea of the protest was innocent. But then you have these people that are just like, well, this just gives me a reason to fuck some shit up. and that's all it is.
And that's all it was in LA. I mean, you saw all the riots turn into looting. Like instantly. They went to go rob an Apple store, a Nike store.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you being better than what they think we are? How are you
Yeah,
proving them wrong? If anything, you're
and
proving them right that we ain't
yeah,
shit.
but then you're also affecting the other people that aren't taking part in the protest. You
Exactly.
know, the people that are just like, look, I understand y'all are protesting, but I still have a job to do. I still
Hmm.
have bills to pay. And if anything, you sitting here destroying my property or destroying my place of work is affecting how I feed my family.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but one of the places that they looted in California, in LA specifically, was a Mexican grocery store that was family owned. They robbed the place. I was like, how are you fucking helping the cause if you're robbing your own people?
Yeah,
You know?
it's counterintuitive.
Again, it just proves that they're not doing anything the right way. Like it proves to the whites and to the people that don't want brown people in this country, immigrants in this country, that we ain't shit
Yeah, and
with
there's
the way
people
they've
on the
reacted.
that's what's happening on the West Coast, and then the East Coast. They're probably sitting there. Yep, this is why we gotta get them all out of this country.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people thinking like that right now. I mean, you go on Twitter, you will see floods and floods of people saying this is why they need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
belong here.
You're
And
feeding. You're basically creating free propaganda for the government right now.
yeah, and you're giving them the cause, right?
Yeah.
You're giving them the cause.
We are literally doing their dirty work for them.
Exactly.
They're not editing videos and using AI or anything to make us look bad. We're literally giving them free footage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we're showing them again. We're proving their point that we don't belong here. That we're violent people. That
I mean, it's
we
just,
destroy shit.
and then another perfect example is, you think about the Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used in the court of law. Well, guess what's happening? You're basically, the higher level of like lawmaking and everything. You think about it, it's a type of court. So you're just proving that this was the right course of action.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. The way they rioted and done things proves and reinforces Trump's use of military. You
Yeah,
know,
National Guard got activated and is sent over
Marines
there,
got activated.
and there are rioters fighting the military.
Exactly, and I mean that's not going to end well either.
No,
And again,
right now, it's non-lethals.
yeah, but and hopefully it stays non-lethal. Right? Like
Yeah,
we wouldn't want anyone to get injured or killed.
yeah,
But right now, the other thing that's happening is this is being broadcasted into the entire world. We live in a world that everyone's connected through a phone.
yep. Now we
So
look weak to
other
China,
countries,
to
yeah,
Russia.
exactly.
I mean,
And
United Nations.
there's other like cities. Though the one thing I do find interesting, I must say, and this is going to be a spin, on a conspiracy or something, but I do find it very interesting that every city that has riots is Democratic. You haven't seen a red city. You haven't seen a Republican city.
I mean, I haven't seen it in Texas.
I mean, Greg Abbott said, "Fuck around and find out." He
Yeah,
deployed the National Guard, and he's like,
yeah.
you know,
But like that bad,
he's
I have not
daring
seen it here
us
in
to do
Texas.
something stupid.
Yeah,
You know,
but I haven't seen it like that here in Texas.
nah, they fucking
You see it in New York. You see it in LA. But where else? Would it be
Atlanta,
Atlanta? Yeah,
Denver,
yeah,
Seattle, all blue cities. Tells you something. There's something a little fishy there. That's all I gotta say. But again, I love our people. I'm proud to be a Mexican American, and I say that because in America I'll always be Mexican, and in Mexico I'll always be American. I'll never be one or the other. It's
yep.
always both.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you were born in Mexico, you moved to America, you're now an American.
Yeah. So
I mean,
with that being said, like I said, I am proud to be American. I'm proud to be Mexican. I love my people. I love my culture. I will always represent for my culture. I will always represent for America. And I pray that, everyone involved in this gets to make it home safe. I pray that we get resolve in all of this. I pray that we get reform. Immigration reform is very important. I pray that we shift our approach to this to a more peaceful approach, a smarter approach. Let's use lawyers. Let's fight this, but it the right way. Let's not prove to the whites, to America, and all the other countries in the world that we are violent people and we ain't shit. We've been disrespected. We've been treated like shit for way too long in this country. And I just want to see that change. Also, I pray for the cops, pray for law enforcement, all the
Pray for the
military that's being
reporters that keep
deployed.
getting shot by non-lethal rounds.
Yeah, like
I've seen that too many times. I was like, God damn.
yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, I also pray for the innocent people and bystanders, that are getting caught in this. I
Pray for
pray for
that
the immigrants that are
grocery
still
store.
yeah. I pray for all the immigrants that are still trying to figure out what to do. I pray for, both legal and illegal immigrants, for their families, for their safety, their well being. And I pray for Trump too, dude. I really do. Because at the end of the day, no matter which way you spin it, he's always going to be the worst president to a lot of people when, he's just doing the best he can with the situation he had.
But he's also doing something different, though.
I mean, he's making change, he's forcing change,
Yeah.
you know.
Most presidents, it's rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make these promises and they won't act on them. He's made promises and he's trying to act on them.
No, and like I said, that's why I pray for him. I pray for his well being, his safety. I pray that he does everything that he does from here on out is with good intentions, good heart, and mental clarity. That's all I want to pray for today, dude. It's a lot. Pray for all
Amen.
our people. Amen. Yeah, dude. I had a really long talk with Nolly about this yesterday. I got to the point where I was almost in tears from like frustration from seeing what was happening and just like trying to wrap my head around it. There was tears of sadness, tears of anger, because like I said, I've studied our history here in the U.S. I purposely go out my way and try to learn on how we've been treated and how things have been done to us. It makes me sad that we're always getting treated like shit, and we're proving their point at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts on it?
Nope. You and I are quite similar in our opinions as far as what we think.
Yeah. And I know we're gonna get a lot of hate for this, right? Like I've always been honest. I voted for Trump. I knew that this was gonna happen. I didn't know to what extent, right? I knew there was gonna be casualties of war in this case, but I genuinely believe when I voted for him that this was gonna be the best option for America, and I believe that he is gonna work towards hopefully getting some immigration reform.
Yeah, and I kind of hope that
And I stand by my vote.
I really hope though that there's not misinformation going everywhere either, because that's only going to make things worse.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's why I always try to do my due diligence before I make an opinion of figuring out getting as much information as possible, and not just from one side, but from all sides and avenues. As much information as I can get from differing opinions.
Even the theories.
Yeah, sometimes like you can't go with the first thing. You gotta really do your own research and try to
Got
figure
to
it
keep
out
an
for
open
yourself.
mind.
Yeah, yeah. I get people that I talk to all the time, and they'll make me rethink things. Right? Like I don't want to keep a closed mind. I want to be as honest and find the truth as much as possible. And sometimes my opinions will change. Right now, like I said, I stand by what I voted for. I did feel a little bit of guilt the other day when I was talking to Noelia. But after talking with her, I realized that I voted in my best interest. I took a maybe not the normal approach people would have taken to want reform, but that's what I believed in, and I stand by it. And if I'm wrong, a couple years figure out that we fucked up. I'll admit we fucked up, but for right now, I'm standing my ground, and I'm standing with what I did, with
Yeah.
who I voted for.
Yeah.
Like I said, I always did it with good intentions, with hope that he would reform immigration.
But at the same time, you knew something had to change.
Drastically. This is my thing. Like when Biden was in office, things got so bad, we had to have a drastic change, right? And I knew that voting for Trump, it was going to be a drastic change, and I knew that it was going to be an overcorrection to what Biden did. But it was necessary. Like we needed it. We needed this. And not just like to fix the economy and help us right now in the here and the now, right? It's also looking at the future. I'm hoping that all this breaks bipartisanship. I want to see more than two parties in the future. I hate that society tries to pin us in either blue or red when a lot of us are in the gray area.
Yeah.
You, me, Chino, and I don't know how many other friends, we all did that one survey that tells you what you tend to vote for. And we all voted, once we got our results, we were all kind of similar, but we weren't red or white or blue. We were at dead middle, like.
Yeah. I think you had Green Party or something.
And libertarian, yeah.
Yeah. Humanitarian, libertarian. And I was just like, man, why can't we just all take the ideas of everyone collectively and pick out,
Yeah,
which
but
ones are best and what modifications to make them even better? But nobody thinks like that anymore.
exactly, and I don't get it, right? Because a lot of us, we believe similar things. My sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she unfollowed my wife and me on social media because we voted Republican. Right? We were talking to them the other day, and I was like, "Tell me why." I was like, I don't expect you to change my mind, but I want to know why you thought voting Democrat was better than voting Republican. Then I'm gonna tell you my perspective, right?
Hmm.
We sit down, we have this conversation. We realize we had the same ideologies and wanted the same things. We just took different approaches to it, right? Like they're hardcore liberal. They believe that it has to be this way. And once I explained to them that I voted for Trump because I expected him to do immigration reform after all these things, they're like, oh well, like that's what we want. We want immigration reform too. I was like, you see how we're not very different.
Yeah.
We're just taking different approaches, and I know it's the unpopular approach with Hispanics right now to be like, oh no, I voted for Trump. But in all honesty, I took a different approach that was going to be more aggressive. But in the end, I'm hoping that I was right, and he does end up reforming immigration.
Yeah.
He does end up changing this deficit that we have, where we're always paid less. Where our illegal immigrants that are here are always the shit of the world because they don't get paid fair wages, they don't get health benefits, they don't get days off, and all that could easily change if they get a document. The white people are incentivized to not push for that because then they'll lose their cheap labor. So it's like when you think about it that way, it makes more sense, doesn't it? It shows like we're all on the same team. We're just taking a different approach.
Yeah. But that's why also you said you kind of wish that there'd be more parties because then some people can actually vote in the direction that they want to vote instead of being given blue pill, red pill.
Exactly, exactly. And one thing I've learned getting older, because I'm old as fuck now.
You're fucking 50, ain't you? Fucking, I
Almost,
see them gray hairs in that beard. God
almost.
damn,
God damn.
son of a bitch.
But one of the things I've
Hairline
learned
receding.
is when you're young, when you're fuck you, Alan. When you're young, when you don't have a lot of life experience and you're just like a college kid, you're gonna tend to have liberal ideas. You're gonna tend to be democratic. Once you get real life experience, once you work a real job, you pay attention to where your tax money goes, where things go, you are almost like a 80% chance that you're gonna flip because you realize that your hard ass work to make a single dollar is getting split to people that aren't even trying or people that are abusing the system.
I mean,
So
I personally know some people that take advantage of government programs that
I
they
do,
technically have no business being in.
I do too. I do too.
You're soaking up those benefits for people that actually really need them, and you're just doing it just because you want to be cheap.
And also, those programs aren't meant to be. They weren't designed for you to live off of them.
Yeah,
They're designed to help you in a pinch.
yeah.
And then it gets abused. It gets abused. And once you start realizing those things, like your ideologies change quite quite drastically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like I said, I think we're all on the same team. We just need to break bipartisanship, have more options. I mean, I can tell you, I voted for Obama the first time I could vote. Voted Libertarian the next year for, I think his name was Gary Johnson. I didn't vote for Trump the first time.
I only voted for Obama, and that was it. After that, I haven't voted. I'd never really liked either or.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
voted for Obama, and then when Trump first came out, and who was it? It was Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
I voted Gary Johnson, who was the Libertarian Party, because I didn't align with either one of them at that time, right? And the Biden,
I think I might have voted for either Bernie Sanders or Beto.
probably,
I was enjoying the ideas that they were throwing around, and I was like, that's different than what the main two parties have going on. I'd like to see what kind of direction we go in if we actually
yeah,
put somebody from that party in there.
yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just trying to explain to the people that are listening to us that are going to judge us for voting for Trump that we're 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 very much reasonable people, and we're very gray area when it comes to politics. Like we just we have very similar ideologies to all the people.
I'm just, I have an open mind, dude. Like whatever idea collectively we all think is the best is the one that I think we should go for. If it doesn't work out, okay. It is what it is. Learn from our mistakes and go in a different
Move
direction.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where I'm at with it. Anyways, I'm done talking about it's a sad ass shit and fucking
Fuck them white.
politics. Fuck them. Fuck them mofos. Fuck that fool. Or what would George Lopez used to say? Fuck that puto.
Fuck that.
FTP, son.
Although that is kind of crazy that I just went off the fucking rail and just said, fuck them wetbacks.
Send them back.
I'm over here like the whitest looking Mexican, like, yep, those ain't my people. Send their asses back. They trying to steal my job.
They're stealing our jobs. Goddamn,
They're like,
man.
get him, he's in camo. Fuck.
Goddamn. Anyways,
Me no
moving
speak
forward.
Spanish. Me no speak Spanish.
Goddamn,
My
Alan.
English. My
I'm telling you,
English.
dude. If I get caught by, if I ever get to the point where someone's like possibly gonna detain me and deport my ass, I'm instantly gonna be like, me no speak English.
Me no speak English.
Sorry, señor. No te
So
entiendo.
so on TikTok there is, I'm trying to remember what their name is. There's a so it's like in the WhatsApp, and it's fucking hilarious. I think it's Samuel Moreno.
Mm-hmm.
He takes conversations like voice
With his mom.
conversation with his mom,
Yeah.
and I find it so hilarious. She's like, "Hey, bitch! Hey, bitch! What are you doing?" I'm like, "Ma, who's teaching you this English?" He's like, "I watch it on the TV." He's like, "Damn!"
Dude.
And he said, "You're trying to practice your English for the immigration?" He's like, "Yeah." And when they give me, I'm gonna say, "You have the wrong person. I know speak the Spanish."
I'm just gonna chant USA, USA.
USA. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I've been seeing those a little bit more often. I just sit there and laugh because all I think about is like my dad. If my dad was, because my dad, dude, like now that he's worked with like different people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember his best friend used to be this little Vietnamese man. And one day we're sitting there working on a truck at the house, and my dad's just, I don't know, he's like, "This motherfucking piece of shit." And I was like, "Dad, who taught you that language?" I was like, "It's normal for me to talk like that, but where did you learn that? I've never heard you cuss before." He's like, "This fucking thing, piece of shit. I'm tired of this motherfucker." And I was like, "Oh my God." And he was like, "I learned it from Firestone. That's how we talk at work." And I was like, I need to find out who your friends are because they're influencing you in a bad way.
You can't hang out with them no more, Dad.
No, my dad, and you thought my 30 jokes were bad. My dad's even worse. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you know about that, Dad? What? My God.
That's funny as shit. I used to have a coworker. His name was Pedro, right? And he was like, I wouldn't say he was fresh off the boat, but he hadn't been here for very long, right? And the only thing he knew how to say in English was motherfucking shit.
Motherfucking shit.
So he'd be working and he'd be like, "Ah, motherfucking shit."
My
I
God.
would go up to him and be like, Pedro, the inglés in the barreras is working, isn't it? But yeah, that was the only thing he knew how to say in English was motherfucking shit. And then he would say when he wanted a Coke. And one day he asked me, he's like, "Hey, can you get me a Coke from the gas station?" And I was like, "You want a Coke?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "You want a large Coke?" And he's like, "Yeah, a large one." I was like, "All right." Start like pretending like I'm gonna unzip my pants. He's like, "No, no, not that, not that." I was
What
like,
an
"I thought you said
asshole.
you wanted a large Coke."
You're an asshole. You're an asshole.
I was like, "I ain't gay, but all right."
Jesus Christ. My God.
Let's move this forward a little bit. Let's get into our clip of the week. But before we get into our clip of the week, let me tell you about our good friends at Tabs.
Get
It's
you some
June,
Coke.
flags are flying, streets are wild. And somewhere in East LA, someone's abuela is lighting a veladora for her horny ass grandson. But listen, why just raise a protest sign when you can raise something else? That's where Tab Sex Chocolates comes in. They hit harder than Bad Bunny at a Coachella concert, and last longer than your cousin's quince. One tab will have you whispering, "Ay Dios mío." Two tabs, you'll be on your back seeing La Virgen de Guadalupe. Three tabs, and you'll be speaking tongues like no other, brother. And not just during prayer. And again, that's Tabs Sex Chocolates. Go get you some. Use the promo code LOVE 231690 That's LOVE231690.
Oh man, that
Hold on, make
tism
sure
hit you. That tism hit you right
that
mid sentence,
tism hit
didn't
me
it?
right at the tism, bro.
God damn, it almost reminded me of the father on Sunday. But that's damn.
God damn. But yeah, Tab Sex Chocolates. Este verano no nomás te levantes, levanta otra cosa. Alrighty, buddy. So this week we have a
Need
very
to find my
funny,
other box.
we have a very good clip of the week. I had two options this week, right? And I was like, depending on how this podcast goes, I'm gonna have to choose one. My first option was ass. It was Trump dancing to the YMCA. No one wants to see that shit. We've seen it a thousand times. So let me go ahead and pull up our new clip of the week. This was my second choice. Just to give you a little background. It's morphin' time.
Oh my god, I've been seeing a lot of Power Ranger TikToks.
You're gonna love this one,
It's
Alan.
bringing me from. It better not be that midget.
You're gonna love this one, Alan. You're
It
gonna
better not
love
be the
this one.
midget. God, I
This
don't
is
know
gonna
this
get.
one, but Jesus Christ, I already
First
know.
off,
First
look
off,
at
where
those
the
fucking
fuck is his
traps,
neck?
son.
Where is his neck?
Boy got no neck and bigger titties than I don't know who, Billie
My
Eilish.
God. He looks like the opposite of fucking Eddie off a 90 Day Fiance. What the fuck?
This is Eddie on a diet, bro.
Holy
On
fuck.
steroids. This is prison Eddie right here. Are you ready? Bro, that's a no neckosaurus there. That ain't no triceratops.
My God. My
Fucking no
God. Dude,
neckosaurus.
I'm trying to desperately look for like the original fucking character. I think he was like a
The Blue Ranger?
yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Bro, I just want to know, like, if he's related to Ed from 90 Day Fiance.
My God, if I could screen share this to you.
Do you think this is he got dropped on his head when he was a kid
Nah, dude, you
situation?
need to look up the original Blue Power Ranger for that Triceratops, and it literally looks like he just did not age. Not fucking Eddie. I look up at the screen and I just see Eddie going. "Mm, mm." It's Billy Cranston.
It's the white guy, isn't it?
Yes, with glasses. He looks just like this dude, but like he didn't age very well.
Okay, hold on.
There's so many like iterations of Power Rangers now. It's insane.
It's Mighty Morphin though, isn't it?
With Dr. Ooze.
What's going on, everyone?
Oh, look at
It's morphin'
that
time.
build, son.
Triceratops, muscle mode.
Muscle mode, my ass.
Blue Ranger, ready. Me and Kill all married. Yeah, morphin' animal.
What is he saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he
morphing on him.
messes with my wife,
Don't mess with his
Triceratops
wife, bro.
will be on him.
Triceratops, your ass.
Morphin' animal.
Okay, hold on.
What's
Okay, let me reshare this. That's morphin' time, son. He really does look like like the original.
Yeah, he looks like the original, but aged poorly.
Here we go. We got him side by side.
Like he had a
He looks
battle with diabetes and was trying to come back and just
His vision
I
got
don't know,
better
man.
though. He ain't got no glasses.
Apparently can't
No,
look
you
in
know
the
what he
mirror.
looks like? He looks like this dude right here got dropped on his head, and this was the end point after that.
That's why he got replaced.
Got that disability check after that.
You know what's the crazy part though? The Power Rangers is actually a stolen idea from Japan.
Is it really?
Yep. The Japan had the first Power Rangers.
No way.
Yeah, they were called something else. I forgot what they were called.
Coco Power.
Japan.
That was too funny not to share today. It's morphin' time.
Sentai? Sentai? Super Sentai? I think that's how you pronounce it.
I'm
No, that's
scared to look for
hentai.
that.
That's with the fucking H. God damn it. You hard R motherfucker. The tism does not mean dyslexia, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, hold on.
You
One
scared
second.
me there,
I'm
buddy.
trying to find it. I'm trying to see if I can screen share it. But I need to find.
I gotta take a piss though. Let me.
Fine, go take a pee.
It's morphin time, bro. What's
Alright.
that? What's that? Super Sentai. You see how easily I could have fucked that up
Yes,
and
I
put the wrong letter?
understand that. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. I'm trying to
Bro, I think you're
find
gonna
the
catch a virus just
picture.
trying to find it.
No, I'm just trying to
All
find
them
like
pop
the
ups.
picture of it because when I look it up, it's not it shows different ones. So like this is them right there, basically.
Okay.
But that's like
Okay.
the version of them, and then
Uh-huh.
that's the U.S. version of them.
Gotcha. I don't know. U.S. version looks
Like
pretty cool.
these
Not gonna
came
lie.
out in like 1975.
No
The
shit.
American version seems
Right there, right
seems
there.
to be
Click
like
on
a
the
little bit
Asians.
cooler.
Top
This one?
third one. Yeah.
No, that's I think that's cosplay because that's Rangers in Space. That's that uniform of Rangers in Space.
I never watched that one. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
even known.
I remember that one. It's Rangers in Space, and then yeah, but I think the Japanese Power Rangers, what I saw, it was like 1975. I don't know what the American Power Rangers was.
It was called Super Sentai Hentai.
3.
Yeah, it was Mighty Morphin. Yeah.
Yeah, back in 93 in the 90s, and then the
Bro,
Japanese
how
was like
did you
in.
know this?
How did I know this?
Yeah.
You mean how did I know this? Because I'm not cultured? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm shocked you knew that the first Power Rangers were Super Sentai Hentai or whatever it's called.
Dude, you don't realize I
I'm
am
scared.
very you have to remember, like I love everything Japanese.
That is true.
For some reason I like some everything Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Like their culture and everything and I like it. Like my YouTube is usually filled with like a lot of like vloggers from Japan, so I get
Mm-hmm.
like a sneak peek at like what Japan life looks like and everything. But I'm also like into anime and I watch a lot of
Gotcha.
anime. Well, there's some anime of the Power Rangers, and I was like, huh, this is kind of crazy. I would think that that would be like a copyright thing. But
Right.
going back again, like I was saying, that I'm really into anime and everything, and I saw an
Mm-hmm.
anime about Power Rangers, and I was like, huh, I would think that this would be like a lawsuit or something against the American ones. And then I realized that the American one was in the 90s, and then
Mm-hmm.
it showed that Japan was actually the first one to come out with Power Rangers, and the Americans just stole the idea.
Just like Godzilla.
And the crazy part is I don't know anything about like the Japanese, yeah, the Godzilla, but the Japanese Power Rangers. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the Japanese Power Rangers have more of a consistent storyline.
Gotcha.
The American ones, I've been watching a lot of like TikToks about it because that was my
Mm-hmm.
childhood, but I was so
Mm-hmm.
small I don't really remember most of it. They go from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to like Rangers in Space to
Mm-hmm.
this iteration to this iteration, and there's always like a reason of like, oh, everybody loses their powers
Yeah.
but gains new powers, or for some reason the cast changes and they just say they inherited the powers from the previous Rangers. But there's a lot of cuts. Like it's not a
Yeah.
fluent
Yeah. Like
timeline.
they do a couple seasons of one and then they change it.
Yeah, and then it
Right.
gets a little confusing when they do like the cross between all of them
Mm-hmm.
because you have I forget his name, the guy that
Tommy,
played Tommy. I forget his actual name because I only know him as Tommy. But
Jason, David, Frank.
yeah, there you go. He sat there and played multiple lead roles,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's kind
And
of
multiple iterations of
yeah,
all the
and it's
Power Rangers. Yeah.
confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
It's confusing as fuck.
Yeah.
And
No,
I don't even think did they even release the last movie that they were working on? I don't think so. Before he died.
I don't think so. I think he died before that.
Yeah, that would have been a
Yeah.
bomb ass movie. I would have gone and watched it. I would have paid to watch it like 5 times.
I had the Ivan Ooze
But yeah,
movie for the longest time.
Avenues. Yeah, that's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, those
I
those
liked
are
the intro where they skydiving.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so that song, and I forget the name of the song every time. But the song, when I listen to it in the truck, that's the scene that plays in my head rent free every time.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. You ever realize that Ivan Ooze was just selling purple drink? Like that's what it was the whole
Purple
time.
Lane, that purple Sprite, that purple Sprite.
Yeah, that purple Sprite, and he
He's
was
making
slanging
everybody
it.
feel good. Dude,
Yes,
I don't
sir.
even really remember that movie that much. I just remember him coming out of like a cocoon, all nasty purple
All slimy.
boogers. Yeah, ugh, ugh, that was disgusting.
Yeah, I remember that. That
Especially
that
when he
was.
sat there and said, and I was like, oh, that's nasty.
I remember that.
And every time I would play with like slime, I would just think back to Ivan Ooze, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Just sneezing his snot everywhere.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's so funny that that's the part you remember.
What, him sneezing?
Yeah.
Dude, I used to watch that movie a lot.
Did
My
you
favorite
really?
one, yeah, my favorite ones though was the Power Rangers Turbo with the trucks.
Oh, that one was dope too.
Yeah, growing up, I was kind of like, man, this kid is the luckiest kid in the world. He gets to play the blue Power Ranger with the blue pickup truck. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, that was super dope. I remember those the turbo. I was
Mhm.
actually thinking about that. I was trying to remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, Turbo. Turbo. The more you learn about me,
Right? The more you know.
you're like, I never seen that one. Yeah, that's Rangers in Space. Let's see, SPD Rescue. That one was a really good one. Or no, SPD and then Rescue. I said them both together like they're the same thing, but
Is that the one that had like the different emblems on the helmet?
yeah, I'm trying to think.
Or the Red Ranger had like an asterisk?
No, that's different. No, so like Power Rangers Rescue was where they were basically like firefighters, and they had a yellow
Okay.
Humvee.
Okay. I don't think I saw that one either.
Yeah, I saw
I
that one.
remember Dino, Power
Dino
Rangers
Thunder.
Dino. That one
Dino
was
Thunder.
pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah, Dino Thunder.
On Supercharged.
I don't know about Supercharged.
It was Dino Thunder, but Supercharged. The Samurai one was dope
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that was a Ninja Storm.
Yeah.
And then there's one that apparently is taboo that I'm learning from TikTok, which is where they're wizards.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter. It's not Harry Potter. It's Power Rangers Mystic.
Okay.
I think is what it's called. But yeah, there's Ninja Storm was pretty dope. Turbo was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was pretty cool.
Did you ever watch the newest Power Rangers movie that came out?
Yes,
Was it good?
I liked it. It was, man, I can't even remember if Tommy was even in it at all. I don't think he was. I can't remember. It was good because it was basically like a fresh start for the Power Ranger franchise where they were trying to
Okay.
make movies that went in sequence.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because so the movie that he was supposed to release before he died or
Mhm.
finish before he died or whatever, that was supposed to be the second part of that newest Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was supposed to come back either as the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. I think it's the
Okay.
White Ranger because the White Ranger was bad before he got turned good. So I think that was that.
Okay.
Yeah, but Dino Thunder was cool. Power Rangers
Dude, who would have
Rescue, I
thought we would
remember
have
that
ended
one.
up talking about fucking Power Rangers today?
Right. There was SPD.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Time Force.
Time Force. I remember that one too.
Yeah, I remember that one where it was basically a dude's descendant stole his girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That one was interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. And then they both ended up in the same timeline, and she was choosing which one she wanted to be with. That was crazy.
Yep. Yep. I remember that.
And
Shit,
everybody's
buddy.
crush was the Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin.
Yes, sir.
I
You
forget
know
what
it.
other shows she ended up being on. I know she was on SVU.
She really?
Yeah. All right.
Huh.
No, not Special Victims Unit. The SRU, I think, is what it is.
Are you?
Yeah, it's like Canada's like SWAT show where they do like
Okay.
hostage negotiations and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good show. That was on Hulu for like a minute. I don't know what it's
Interesting.
on now, but it was pretty good.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, the main negotiator or whatever is the bad guy from Home Alone, the one with the golden tooth. What the fuck's his name?
The
We were
small
talking
one?
about it the other one. Yeah,
Okay. I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
It's not
He the
Harry.
one.
What was his name? He played like the cop at the very beginning.
Yes, yeah. So he's like one of the lead guys in that other show.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. That's an interesting ass cast.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
very
shit,
interesting. It was a good show though. It was a good show.
Sounds interesting.
Away from my Power Rangers fanatic conversation,
Mm-hmm.
what else did you have for me?
Well, I guess we're towards the very end of the show where we get into spill the D. But buddy, we gotta let them know about Honeysuckle.
The sun's out, protests are lit, and somewhere out there, Greg Wheels Abbott is trying to ban THC and joy in the same week. Meanwhile, Honeysuckle and the Mood Room are out here keeping Houston's creative soul alive. This isn't just a bar, it's a sanctuary for artists, stoners, misfits, and everyone trying to vibe without getting arrested. Support Honeysuckle, Call the governor, sign the petitions, and save the flower while you still can. Save THC and save the mood room. Save the summer.
Boom. Perfect, Alan. You read that way better than I ever read a single ad.
Because the tism don't hit me.
Tism hits me, and it hits me hard.
So it hits me after.
It hits me harder than that tabs.
Oh my god.
God damn. Oh,
One thing that's harder than words is my... Never mind.
All right, well, we're at the final segment of the show. Bill the D.
Hey.
Hyped up, heavy 808s, drop.
Hey, it's time to let it go, let it ride. Spill the D, don't run, don't hide. Danny G, AOZ on the mic tonight. Anonymous confessions, let's shed some light.
Well, y'all know how we do it. Y'all send us confessions, questions, answers, what you name it. If you want us to talk about it, this is your segment to send it to us to the weeklydpod@gmail.com. You can also send it to us through X using the hashtag #SpillTheD, or you can send it through our Instagram link that will lead you to an anonymous link, and you can send all your dirty ass confessions there.
Dirty.
You know? Be a sucia, be ratchet, be a sucia, and send us your naughtiest things. All right, this week we got a couple questions, and then we got one crazy confession. You ready? All right. This is a listener question submitted through X from @Chuko from Baytown. He said, if y'all had to pick one red flag you'd actually prefer in a partner, what would it be?
I thought there was more. The fucking tism hit you that hard already? Fuck.
Oh,
You stopped mid-sentence. I thought there was more.
I ended it with the question. What would it be?
Oh. Really, I don't know.
You don't like jealousy, toxicity?
I mean, maybe jealousy. I mean, I've had some jealous exes. I mean, it was cool. After a while, it kind of...
Like there's no red flag? Like yells at you, te pegan.
You know what? Fuck it. Just fucking tries to hit me with the belt.
Ay.
Like I'm a bad boy. I'm a dirty boy. Fucking throws the chancla at me. Damn. Unfortunately, my wife already does that to me.
That's why you married her.
That's why I fell in love.
My red flag
the chancla told me it was meant to be.
I like toxicity, bro. I like a Latina that's a little bit crazy. You know, when you go to sleep at night, you don't know if she's gonna stab you or you're gonna wake up the next morning. That's the kind of chick I like. I like him and Pagan.
You know what's funny?
Toxic got to the max.
You know what's funny? Your wife is the equivalent of that one video of that one black dude with the little chihuahua where he just whispers something in its ear and it's like, harr, harr. That's the same thing when you whisper, mini boss. And that's why you married her. All right, so we both have our red flags for the rest of our lives.
We like toxicas.
Let's be honest, they make life a little interesting.
They sure do. Like I said, I love going to bed not knowing if I'm gonna live the next day.
Every day is different. You know,
I love living life on the edge, buddy.
What happens when you end up with your best friend?
Right. Does your wife ever check your location to see where you're at?
No, she forgets that she has my location. Okay. I'm the one that checks hers.
Damn, so you're the toxico, bro.
Sometimes it's because like I wonder, okay, is she at the house? If she's at the house, I need to ask her a question about something that's at the house. If she's not at the house, there's no point in calling her. But then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I wonder if she's up. And if she's up, sometimes she don't snap me or text me back or whatever. She'll go like, she'll just get up and go. Like she'll start her day. That's just like how she starts her day. She just gets up and is like, okay, I got shit to do. So I'll check her location and sometimes I'll be like, first I see her at Target and then I go to look, like I'll even look at either her bank account to see like what was drawn out, but she forgets when she uses my phone number at Target.
You get a message?
That on the app, I can see last purchased items in store. Yeah, the tism was hitting pretty hard.
It's rubbing off on you.
So the last time I was just like, I see that you went ahead and bought this body wash, this face wash. And I was like, what about my body wash? She's like, how the fuck do you know that? I was like, I have my ways. And she was like, it's because I used my card, isn't it? I was like, no, it's because you forgot. 1, I have your location. And 2, you used my phone number at checkout. So I know exactly what you bought.
Right.
She's like, that's scary. And I'm like, I don't mean to. It's kind of like how it works. Sometimes some people are just like, yo, man, I was trying to find out some information about this female that's dating like this dude or whatever, and I'm like, what's her name? And I find him on Facebook. And I found him on Facebook, and I'm like, here you go. Look, this is what she looks like. This is how old she is. This is what she was doing just a while ago. And they're like, what the fuck?
You're the toxica, bro.
They're like, dude,
You're
you're
the
a
red
fucking
flag.
stalker. They're like, you're a stalker. And I was like, dude, sometimes you just have to look, man. It's not that hard.
You're the red flag, homie.
Y'all make it seem like I stole her credit card information, like I'm fucking working at one of those call centers in India. What the fuck?
Give me your credit card.
And thank you, come again.
All I need is your credit card number. Dude, I haven't got one of those scam calls in so long, but the day I get it, I'm gonna waste their time. So,
dude, people keep calling me about fucking being approved for $84,000, and I'm like, bruh, I would take that, but I'm afraid that you're just trying to steal my information. But I would take it and just never pay you, because what are you gonna do? Sue me?
Right.
I'd be like, that's fraud. I don't remember doing any of that. My identity was stolen. But I don't want to do that, because then you got to do the whole social security number verification.
It's a lot of work. It's not worth
call center people just get away with fucking scamming people.
Right.
And if I try doing it in America, I end up with a lawsuit. Like, what the fuck?
One time I got one of those calls, and it got to the point where he's like, I just need your credit card number. And I was like, okay. I was like, but I can't find my credit card number. He's like, oh, what do you mean you can't find your credit card number? I was like, I'm looking at my card. I don't see a number. He's like, it's on the credit card. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, 8008. And he's like, sir, that's not a full card number. I was like, that's the only number I see, buddy. I was like, oh wait, I see other numbers. And then I was just making up random fucking numbers. And he's like, sir, it's not working.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. The numbers that are on my card.
I was like, it's probably because I'm not giving you a fucking credit card number, jackass. That would have been fucked if I gave him like a made up number and it was an actual number.
Yeah, that would suck. Okay, it's gone through, and you're like, oh fuck.
That'd be fucked.
Fuck.
I'm like, it's not mine.
You're like, well, it ain't mine.
Call JG Wentworth. Resolve this shit.
Be like, you're the reason why the family couldn't eat.
Right? God damn, that'd be terrible. All right. Next question. This one was anonymous, sent through our anonymous link on Instagram. Ready? It says, be honest. Do y'all believe in post-nut clarity or post-nut delusion? Because I hooked up with this guy during a protest, and I really thought he was a revolutionary. Bro was just unemployed and yelling really loud. Doesn't even have a home. I think you done fucked up, Chuck. You smashed the unhoused? It's like taking in one from the wild.
Yeah, little did you know that you went to his place under the bridge. He's homeless. That's what
you were at his house.
You were at his house. You just didn't know.
He was a part of the protest. He was at home in his front yard.
But that dirty dick, that unwashed dick for days. Oh,
I mean, fucking at a protest is already wild.
Yeah, that's crazy too. Can you imagine everybody's around you like, fuck the police, and people just like, yeah, fuck the police.
Right?
Like you at that concert.
I'm just saying, I was clean up that day. That's what
like you at that concert, man. Everybody's like, yeah, and you're just like,
yeah, shit dripping down your legs.
Oh man. Yeah, damn.
Should have given them a tabs, made it last a little bit longer. God damn, dude, fucking at a protest. I guess his sign wasn't the only thing that was up that day.
Jesus Christ,
that's
wild.
Dude, that's some dirty ass coochie too, though. She fucking
they're sweating, running, right?
All that sucia smelling like manteca and shit. And then, like I said, after, dude, she didn't get no post-nut clarity. She got that nut running down her leg. Made a protest.
Might have caught something.
Fucking calzones sticking to her and shit. You nasty.
That's nasty.
That's an anonymous sucia there, bro. That ain't just anonymous. That's a sucia.
Thank God you're anonymous. I wouldn't even confess that to my best friend. Jesus.
Right?
Come out pregnant and be like, when this happened? I don't know. He was a homeless man.
He fought the power, goddammit.
I don't have an address for him because after that, he apparently had post-nut clarity and punched an officer and got arrested.
I thought he lived somewhere. He told me he lived on the street. He wasn't even part of the protest.
I was wondering what that smell was, and he just said it was just the riot.
I was wondering why he was mad. Turns out he wasn't for immigration. He was just mad I was stepping on his house.
Yeah, didn't even take off my shoes when I walked in. Yeah.
God damn, Alan. That's fucked up, bro. Alright. Here's another. This one's a confession. Confession.
Mm-mm.
Alright. This is from an ex user. His name is Papi Trenzas 713. God damn, that's a name. All right, ready, Alan? All right, so boom. This was last summer at a pool party in Passagate down Dina. One of those backyard ragers where the DJs are under a tarp and the cooler got nothing but modelos and melted ice. I took a honeysuckle mango gummy before I pulled up just to cruise around. Then my boy dared me to take a blue chew too, and because I ain't no bitch, I took it. So now I'm floating, bricked up and spiritually unavailable. No Se Va by Grupo Frontera comes on, and I lock eyes with this thick baddie in a black two-piece, looking fine as hell. We start making out in the deep end, all vibey and wet, and boom, turns out she's my ex's cousin. God damn. Plot twist. My ex is also at the party, uninvited, hiding behind the DJ booth like a novela villain. She sees us, doesn't say a word, just films me with my toes floating out the water and posts on TikTok with the caption, "This the man I cried for?" Bro got Flintstone toes and smells like vape juice and bad decisions. Shit went viral. Comment said, "I look like I kick gravel for cardio and my big toe owes back child support." God damn. Then she sends it to her cousin, her homegirls, and my family group chat. And yeah, I still hit both cousins. All right. And we got a picture. We got a fucking picture out. Let me see if I can make this full screen. You ready? Here's your picture of his toes that went viral. Yeah, them some busted ass toes, son. He looks like he runs the Flintstone cart.
Jesus Christ.
He got athlete's foot on his athlete's foot.
Jesus. Ugh.
Damn, dude.
I thought my toe was bad. Fuck.
Dude's toes look like they all from different daddies.
None of them are even.
They're all
What
from
is
different
going on
daddies.
with the pinky toe, though?
I don't know, dude. One's throwing up gang signs and the other one, I don't know what it's doing.
What the hell?
God damn, dude. No wonder it went viral. Look at that.
Ooh,
Nasty ass feet, son.
nasty. I thought my toe was bad.
I thought we were gonna get some foot finder feet or something, but nope.
Those ain't making no money unless they sitting sick, mother.
I'm some fucking nasty toes, son. Fucking sucio over there. All right. Alan, we have. I added one last minute tweet that we received. So I'm gonna go ahead and read it out to you. All right.
All right.
This is from Torta Chaser 6969.
I already know how this is gonna go.
All right, here we go. Some fool out here in East LA slapping MAGA stickers on random protest cars, so they end up wrecking each other's shit. The bro not even in the protest, he's just in the parking lot setting up side quests. Fool really started a civil war out here with the sticker pack from Amazon. That's devil level cholomet. God damn, I can't read. That's
Fucking tizzle.
devil level cholometry, homies. That shit's got you.
I feel like I'm gonna have to read this to myself because holy shit, dog. The tizzle.
Bro, that was a lot of words.
What is that word?
Cholometry? I don't know.
So cholometry? Holmes, that's got you. Dude, I was gonna say clolo.
Yeah, I didn't read it that bad. Now that you tried to read it.
I wasn't gonna say cholo. I was gonna say crolo, like chromology.
No,
That's what my
cholometry.
brain. Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't blame you for fucking that
God
up.
damn. You see, I didn't have a stroke. I read it right.
I had an aneurysm when I met that word that I'd never seen before. I hated when that shit happened in the middle of like 5th grade where they would just pick you and be like, "All right, Alan, read the next line." You run into a word. You just run into a word that you've never seen before. You know what it means, but you've never pronounced it out loud, and you're just sitting there, just like, "You're the teacher. You're gonna send it and sound it out." Fuck.
And it's some fucked up word like pterodactyl. Not even spelled the way it sounds.
They're like pterodactyl. I was like, how was I supposed to know the P was silent?
You should have been like, "Put my lifestyle."
Fuck you. Fuck you. Jesus.
Every time I struggle to pronounce a word, that's what I think of. Fucking a Young Thug. Shit, buddy. I think that was a pretty good episode. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
I think we had some
about
fun
a lot
here.
of shit.
Oh yeah, talk
I had to
about
throw
Power
in a
Rangers.
dick. I had to throw in a dick joke somewhere in there.
Did you? I don't think you did.
I think I did. Well, yeah, I did. Honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think it was honeysuckle. It
No,
might
I
have been.
don't
No,
think it was honeysuckle, bro.
it was something. I said the only thing. Oh,
Yeah,
words ain't the only thing that's hard.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There's your TikTok. If you missed it this week, Alan got it. He got one in.
Yeah, I got Winnie.
Sure, buddy. This was a fun episode. If y'all like what you all heard, give us a 5-star review on the Apple Podcast. Give us a thumbs up on Spotify, on YouTube. Go follow, subscribe. Go check out our stuff on Paper Plate Media on YouTube. You can check out Accidental Chaos on there. Go check out our brother podcast, Accidental Chaos, for all things nerdy. They post sometimes. I don't know. I think they're on hiatus right now. But they'll be back. They'll be back. Check out Paper Plate Media on YouTube, where we post our podcast episodes, our songs. If you like the outro songs that we've been posting, check them out. They're there individually. We're working on wrapping them up to put them on an album and hopefully release them on Spotify at some point. But yeah, go like us, rate us, let us know how we're doing. Plus your confessions. Again, you can use the Instagram link on our page. Hit that link in the bio. It's going to take you to an anonymous link. Send us your anonymous confessions if you're too shy to share your name. You can also hit us up on X at the Weekly D Pod. Send us your Spill the Ds. Remember, hashtag Spill the D. That way we know what we're looking at. Follow us on all social medias at the Weekly D Pod. You can follow me at Danny G _713. You can follow Alan.
I think it's Alan _OZ95.
I think that is what it is too.
Yeah,
Go follow Paper Plate Media, follow Accidental Chaos, let us know how we're doing. And with that being said, if you can't get it daily,
get it weekly.
Peace!
Candy paint dripping mientras tiro leta. Got them goals in my grill, Houston vibra completa. Mixing English with Spanish, el flow se respeta. Every line hit hard como troca repleta. Got the Glock in the glove, but I preach pa' mi gente. Chop it up, screw it down, puro Houston presente. Ride dirty but clean with the soul de mi gente. Hazme fuego pa' la raza, eternally potente. Raíces en fuego, nunca nos caemos. Hustle every day, así sobrevivemos. From the black till the sueño, respeto pa' recién.
Cada hate tan igual y que siguen su madre.
Plata, tocar el Caracas.